In 1884, time was standardized. Before this, time was not the same everywhere. Each city lived by its own clock. Each town followed the sun above it. Noon was when the sun reached its highest point, not when a clock decided it was noon. Time belonged to places, not to the world. In one city, it could be noon. In another, the same moment was already afternoon. This difference was normal. It caused no confusion because people rarely needed to be somewhere else. Life moved locally. Work stayed close. Journeys were slow. Then movement changed. Railways connected distant cities. Schedules began to matter. Delays became visible. Trains could not arrive around noon. They needed exact moments. Suddenly, time could no longer belong to places. It had to belong to systems. In 1884, representatives from many nations met. They did not meet to change clocks. They met to change coordination. The world was divided into time zones, lines drawn across the planet, invisible, silent. From that moment on, time stopped following the sun. It followed agreements. Clocks began to show the same hour in distant places, not because the sun agreed, but because people did. This did not feel dramatic. There were no celebrations, no visible transformation. People still woke up, still worked, still returned home. But something subtle changed. Time became external. It was no longer something you observed, it was something you obeyed. Schedules appeared, deadlines formed, synchronization became expected. Being late was no longer relative, it was measurable. For the first time, millions of people lived inside the same minute. In 1884, this felt practical, necessary, efficient. No one called it control. No one called it power. It was simply easier. Yet from this moment, life began to accelerate. Not because machines moved faster, but because time stopped bending. The day became a grid. Hours became units. Moments became countable. Time was no longer something you lived through. It was something you managed. Today, time feels natural, obvious, unquestioned. But in 1884, time had to be agreed upon. And once agreed upon, it never returned to being free.